In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NFL games happening on October 27, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas City Chiefs versus Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas will host the Kansas City Chiefs for an American Football Conference West showdown on Sunday, October 27th. The Raiders have had a rough season so far, sitting at 2-5, and they come into this matchup on a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are flying high with a perfect 6-0 record, standing as the only undefeated team remaining in the NFL. Kansas City is coming off an impressive victory over the San Francisco 49ers last week, and their momentum only continues to build with the recent acquisition of star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins. The Raiders have struggled mightily over the last few weeks, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Their inability to generate consistent yardage or score touchdowns has left them unable to compete effectively. While their defense has done what it can to keep games close, it hasn't been enough to overcome the team's offensive woes. Facing a powerhouse like Kansas City, Las Vegas seems destined for another lopsided defeat. With the Chiefs adding Hopkins to their arsenal, Patrick Mahomes will have a new weapon to work with, making it even more difficult for the Raiders' subpar defense to contain them. Mahomes, who hasn't posted a breakout statistical performance yet this season, could finally erupt against a struggling defense. Kansas City's ground game should set the tone early, creating opportunities for Mahomes to air it out and pick apart the Raiders' secondary. On the other side of the ball, the Chiefs' defense has been dominant, frequently pressuring opposing quarterbacks and excelling at forcing long third-down situations. Gardner Minshew, now back under center for the Raiders, is likely to struggle against Kansas City's relentless pass rush, which will prevent the offense from sustaining drives. While this might not be the most exciting game on the betting slate, the Chiefs' dominance over the Raiders in recent matchups is hard to ignore. Although Minshew has put up some serviceable numbers this season, it's clear the Raiders benched him earlier for a reason. Las Vegas has looked unpolished in many phases of the game during their recent losses, whereas Kansas City is beginning to hit its stride offensively. Early in the season, the Chiefs had a few close calls, but they now seem to be clicking on both sides of the ball. Even with some key injuries and Mahomes not yet playing at his peak, Kansas City has remained undefeated through 6 games, largely thanks to their defense. They've held opponents to 18 points or fewer in each of their last 4 outings, demonstrating a well-rounded ability to control games. The Raiders, on the other hand, are reeling after losing 3 straight, though they showed some fight in a narrow loss to the Los Angeles Rams last week. However, the return of Minshew at quarterback presents a serious issue, as his performance this season has been among the worst in the league. With Kansas City's defense playing at such a high level, Minshew will likely struggle to move the ball effectively, making it hard for the Raiders to stay competitive. As a result, the Kansas City Chiefs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In Raiders home games, the over has hit in 2 out of 3 contests. Additionally, the over is 4-2 in Raiders games where the total has been set at 42 points or fewer. Given that Kansas City's offense is primed for a big performance, it's reasonable to expect a high-scoring affair. The Raiders' defense has struggled to contain opposing rushing attacks, which could spell trouble against a Chiefs offense capable of generating explosive plays on the ground and through the air. With the potential for several chunk plays, Kansas City should have no trouble putting up points, and the Raiders may be forced to pass frequently in an attempt to keep pace. All signs point toward a high-scoring matchup on Sunday afternoon, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Dallas Cowboys versus San Francisco 49ers. On Sunday night, the Dallas Cowboys will travel to Levi's Stadium for a high-profile primetime showdown against the San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys, currently sitting at 3-3, will be returning from a bye week, giving them extra time to rest and regroup. Meanwhile, the injury-plagued 49ers have struggled, dropping to 3-4 after suffering a 28-18 loss at the hands of the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams are looking to regain their footing, but this matchup could determine which one can turn their season around. The Cowboys were thoroughly outclassed by the Detroit Lions just before their bye, and to make matters worse, their defense is dealing with significant injuries to key players. Star linebacker Micah Parsons sustained a high ankle sprain during Dallas' Week 4 victory over the New York Giants, forcing him to sit out the following 2 games. Even with the additional rest during the bye week, Parsons remains questionable as he hasn't fully recovered and is not yet cleared to return to the field. Additionally, Dallas is missing another vital piece on defense, defensive lineman DeMarcus Lawrence. Without these 2 impactful defenders, the Cowboys' defense has struggled mightily, allowing opponents to exploit them on the ground. They have been giving up an alarming 143 rushing yards per game, leaving them highly vulnerable to the Niners' powerful running game. If Dallas can't find a way to plug the gaps, San Francisco is likely to exploit this weakness and run the ball effectively. The Cowboys' defense has also failed to generate turnovers, which is the best strategy for slowing down San Francisco's potent offense. Without forcing mistakes, Dallas is at a serious disadvantage against a 49ers offense that ranks 3rd in the NFL with 6.4 yards per play. In contrast, the Cowboys' defense has allowed 5.7 yards per play, placing them 24th in the league. If Dallas continues to struggle at this pace, the 49ers could easily reach the 28-point threshold that has spelled defeat for the Cowboys in most of their losses. The inability of Dallas' defense to impose itself only increases the chances that the 49ers will control the tempo of the game. San Francisco's defense won't have much to fear from the Cowboys' rushing attack either. Dallas has had major issues holding on to the ball this season, committing 11 turnovers so far, which plays right into the hands of the Niners. San Francisco's defense thrives on forcing mistakes, ranking 3rd in the league for takeaways. This gives the 49ers a significant edge, as it could lead to short fields and quick scores, making it even harder for the Cowboys to get anything going offensively. Dallas' offensive inconsistency could leave them vulnerable to both turnovers and long stretches without scoring, increasing the pressure on their struggling defense. At this point, it's hard to understand what exactly is wrong with the Cowboys, but they appear broken, and it's unclear if they can be fixed soon. Although the 49ers haven't been much better, they still have all the necessary pieces to win, and they feel far more trustworthy at home. With the Cowboys' inability to stop the run, San Francisco should dominate on the ground, controlling the clock and wearing down Dallas' already shaky defense. Given the matchup, the San Francisco 49ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Brock Purdy, San Francisco's young quarterback, had a tough outing against Kansas City, largely due to the absence of 2 of his top playmakers, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. Purdy struggled with consistency against one of the NFL's most aggressive defenses, and the lack of offensive weapons limited his options. Fortunately for the 49ers, he'll be facing a much less imposing defense this week, one that is missing its 2 best pass rushers. With the running game likely to find success, San Francisco can lean on Coach Kyle Shanahan's trademark play-action passing attack, which should help Purdy bounce back. The 49ers offense, ranked in the top 10 for both rushing and passing yards, matches up perfectly against a Dallas defense that has been porous in both areas. The scoring trends point toward another high-scoring affair. San Francisco's games against the Cowboys have seen the total go over in 9 of their last 13 meetings, and the 49ers offense is poised to take advantage of Dallas' defensive issues. The Cowboys, who allow the 2nd most points per game in the league, have consistently struggled against high-powered offenses. Every opponent they've faced that averages at least 25 points per game has scored 28 or more against them. If that trend holds, the 49ers could easily score 30 points or more on Sunday night. Given their ability to move the ball efficiently, San Francisco's defense hasn't been perfect either, surrendering 23 or more points in 5 of their last 6 outings. Dallas, despite their struggles, has managed to score 21 points per game on average, including at least 20 points in every road contest so far. The Cowboys' pass-heavy offense is capable of scoring quickly when it finds a rhythm, making them dangerous even if they fall behind. Both Dallas and San Francisco have hit the over 4 times this season, suggesting that Sunday night's game could be another shootout. Given these factors, as both teams are likely to combine for a high-scoring battle, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.